What's up everyone and welcome back. Today is a Subaru day. As I said in the last video, we had a bunch of fun out there with the 350Z, with Mike's Corvette, and some of the homies that showed up to, kind of burn the yard. But today's a Subaru day, so we're gonna get right on it. In my last video, the shop day video, I said I was gonna do my brakes, my lines, dust and crap all over them. And I haven't gotten a chance to. If you guys watch the video, you know that I had like Julian's car, Julian's engine, I had a customer car show up. Mike, when he rolled in, I had to help him out. And so my day gets busy as the days and the hours go on. So I haven't really been able to get to this. I've been kind of neglecting it. And I'm about to show you why I really need to do the brakes on this. So let's get started. Okay, I'm gonna give you guys kind of a first look. Just regular old brakes, regular old rotors. You can't see the lines, but everything on here is factory. Kind of just giving you guys a look at what it looks like before. Whoo, you see those rotors? There's a sneak peek of why I'm doing them. I can't wait to show you the pads on this because I really shouldn't be driving around on it, but I'm gonna correct that now, so. Okay, and yes, the lift is still here and I'm still not using it because it's only been a day since I told you guys about the electrical cord and all that type of stuff. So this weekend, I promise I'll get on it. I promise that it'll be running and working and I'm not gonna have to do any stuff on the ground anymore because I hate it just as much as you hate seeing it. It'll be way easier for me to get content, to show you underneath the car, straight on. Everything in life will be easier. So hopefully this is the last project that I gotta do on the ground like this, but nonetheless, I want content, I wanna be able to change these out, and I'm not waiting, so we're gonna do it right now. I tried to put this as far underneath to the diff as I can go. Looks like I'll get it all the way there. I'm jacking it up in the center. I know both sides are gonna go up pretty evenly, and so I can put both jack stands rather than walking around and doing one at a time, so. Sorry, this jack is like super squeaky. It's from Harbor Garbage, so don't judge me. Annoying. Anyway, so I should, damn, my car is lower than I thought. Have to come over here. And then put it under the pinch welds. The pinch welds are pretty much the same like with every other car. Then we'll lower it down. We're gonna get to work. Okay, I didn't grab any tools before I went over there and started jacking the car up. And I came over here to do it and thought, I have never really showed you guys that much of the toolbox that I have and that I use. This is one of two toolboxes. I actually have my other one that has like all of my good tools, all of my like electric tools and stuff. I have a few here, but all of the good stuff is actually at work. But I'm probably gonna be leaving there soon. So you'll see another huge toolbox in this corner and a cart. So we're gonna be stacked. We're gonna be ready to build anything. But let me kind of show you guys just how I keep my toolbox. I have a lot of like the same wrenches, but I try to keep them in order. So not only can I keep track if there's one missing, then I know which one it is, but it helps keep the sets clean together. There's some other junk, don't pay attention to that. Then I have my screwdrivers, nut drivers, Torx, Allen keys. This next one is my junk drawer, but it's where like pliers are at. These like just, crescent wrenches, that type of stuff. Next one down, mountain wrenches. If you guys work on cars seriously, I highly suggest you get these. They go from 8 all the way up to 19, and you can see the heads on them bend, they're reversible, they can work either way. These things have saved my ass more times than I can think about. Then I have some other stuff here. Here's some broken stuff from when me and Mike were working on his G35. Oh, some of you might ask me what this chain is for. This is actually a dampener holder. You can actually wrap this around a pulley and then use the arm to brace against something when you're trying to break off like a crank bolt. The crank bolts are on there sometimes like 150 foot-pounds, so this actually holds it. So yeah, I don't use it too often, but And then I have all the sockets. Some of you might recognize these red tubs come from a Craftsman tool set that your parents probably got you when you were like 8. So I still have them. They work great. I've had to replace some. You can see this one's not like the others. Some stuff has stuff stuck in it, but whatever. Then I have this area. I have these specialty tools, the gear ratchet stuff. It's a thin ratchet, so sometimes when there's a little less area to work with, try to have all the like specialty type tools. Allen's, Torx. I have this snap-on kit. This is a 1/4-inch drive set, all in here. And then some other miscellaneous stuff. And then this bottom drawers, I mean, it's a bunch of crap. There's not really, so this is like hoses and stuff, more crap, zip ties, some electrical stuff, my gloves, just the bottom really doesn't matter. When I get the other toolbox here, you'll see. But then I have tap and die set. I have loads of that FIPG stuff I was telling you about. I swear by this. A lot of techs swear by this. It's just the, you know, the stuff to put on like oil pans and stuff. Can't think, sorry. And then I have electric stuff, drill bits, and I have my drill, and then I'm using the 1/2-inch one over there. I think my other one, this one right here, is kind of broken, so I have 2 more. Actually, that's in the other white toolbox, so this stuff doesn't get used that often. So anyway, I never really showed you guys that, so I figured I would just, I don't know, give you a little heads up on what I use. When I get my new one here, or not my new one, my one from work, then I'll show you all that stuff, because that's all the stuff that I use on a day-to-day basis that's important to use, that's ergonomically correct for your hands. So yeah, anyway, let's get tools. Let's get back to the Subaru. Okay, and like I just said, one of the main things that I grabbed was this 14. The 14 will go on here, and I can change the direction and open it up. And I believe that these ones in here are 14s also, which they are, that hold the caliper and the holder on. And so we're gonna take this off. I'm gonna show you what this looks like, because it's really bad. Do you see the difference in pad? So when I do brakes, I usually can just wiggle this off and then set it aside. Boot came off, but that's no big deal. Let me show you these pads. Mind you, I have not had this car that long. Look at that. There's like nothing left. Sorry, get a little bit better view. There's nothing left. It was just on the outside, but then it tapers down to next to nothing. So that's why these are such trash. Buying it from a dealership too, they should have inspected and made sure they were at least 50%, and there's no way I went through this much pad in like 1,000 miles. So I'm not gonna do anything about it, because I really wanted this car and I was gonna upgrade the stuff anyway, but had I known about this, I probably would have pitched a fit, because this is unsafe as hell. But yeah, so this was my main motivation behind doing the brakes first and foremost. And so yeah, we're gonna keep on going. Now you can see, pulled the rotor off. This is the e-brake that's underneath. You don't really have to do much with that. There's a bunch of dust. So I'm gonna clean all of it off. I love brake clean. So that'll dry real quick. It evaporates really quickly, actually. So one of the other things you need to grab is a 10. I have this 10, looks like this. It's a line wrench to do things like this. If you try and use a regular wrench on it, you will spin it, and then good luck getting it off. So I use a line wrench in hopes that it's not gonna completely strip right now. We'll see what happens, but this one's really on here. So you can see it's already starting to round off. So I might have to clean this up a little bit, maybe heat it up, and see if I can get the thing to break loose. Okay, so I used some of the rust penetrant on here, and God. Okay, you can see on here, it's already starting to round. Maybe you can't see on here, maybe if I get out of the way, you can see it's already starting to round a little bit. This was really tight on here, but that's why it's really smart to use a line wrench like this, because if you had just a normal one, it would have slipped off and you would have kept rounding it. So at least I know that this one's now loose, and so I'll be able to take this line off, take it off of here, and we can put the metal lines on. Much better. One thing you do want to do is take this cap out of the old one and put it here in the new one. This is just the dust brake cover for when you need to adjust that little guy for the e-brake. So don't forget that one. Okay, so I have the rotor on. You can see I have the stainless braided line on. So everything's ready to go back together. I used a brush like this to clean off here, and because I was spraying a lot of stuff down with brake clean, the slide pins like right here probably won't have as much lube on them. So I suggest before you put everything back together to get some lube. This is my favorite stuff. It's brake caliper grease. It's from Toyota. It's pretty thick, but once it gets hot, it lubricates really well. I will put it on the slide pins here, and I'm also going to put it on the backing. I'm sure EBC has something similar to it inside the box, so I might use theirs for the backing, but definitely put something to keep it quiet. I might even put a little down in here and in here to help slide, so that way it doesn't turn out like this again. If you can see, the inside one is pretty thick. This one is super thin, which tells me that the slide pin was probably getting stuck and not being able to push evenly to clamp for the braking. So I'm gonna make sure I lube it up real good. Like I said, I don't know if you can still order this stuff, but Toyota has some of the best brake grease, at least been my experience. Just like that, all the brakes are together. You can see I put a little bit of lube on here as well, so that way it keeps it quiet between the pad and the outside of the caliper. I also lubed up the pin, made sure that this is all tight with the new hardware. This is tight, this is tight. This pin is back in to hold this up so it doesn't move around, but this wheel's done. I'm kind of running out of daylight, and I know I do have lights in here, but it's much easier when there's daylight out here to be able to do stuff. So I'm gonna go knock the other side out, and then I will get back to you as soon as I start the front. Okay, it just occurred to me, I was gonna put the wheels on, but I'm gonna have to bleed the brake system. So I'm the only one here right now. I guess I'll have to give Ashley a call. Actually, I think she said she's gonna be on her way after work, so that'll work out perfectly. So we're gonna keep on trucking along. We're gonna get these front ones done, and hopefully by the time that these are done, she'll be here and we can bleed it and then take it on a test drive. Okay, moving on to the front. Now it's pretty much the same thing. These are almost set up identical. Where is my flashlight so I can show you? Here it is. So it's over here in the corner for the brake line. Comes up, it's got the 112 there, and then still take off the 14. And the front ones are probably 17 right there to take off the whole assembly, and then pull off the brakes and put it all back together. So same thing as the rear, and we're gonna get started on it. Okay, we got 3 corners done. Now everything is put together, tightened. Only thing I need to do is bleed the brakes. I really like how this is looking, and it's gonna stop a whole lot better. All right, on to the next side. Okay, so this side is now on. Everything is all buttoned up, tied up, cleaned up. So we got 1, 2, and then 3, and 4. So I'm just waiting on Ashley to get here. She said probably about a half hour, so I'm gonna kind of chill, literally, because it's pretty damn cold out here. It's like 50 degrees, but we're gonna bleed it, and then I'll be able to take it home and probably wrap this vlog up. So at least you guys were able to see some stuff done to the Subaru. It's not getting built as quickly as I'd like it to, but at least I'm doing stuff to it, and this was a necessary thing. I got the lip on, I have the brakes done now. Next, I'm probably going to do the oil pan from Killer Bee. I guess these engines have problems with the pickup tubes, and the pickup tubes actually vibrate and they break off, and you never know if that's gonna happen. You never know when it's gonna happen, and if that happens, you're gonna lose all oil pressure and blow the motor up. So that's probably next in the works. I'll probably be making a video on that too. And then I have a couple things I want to do. There is a coolant mod you can do back here to help, I guess number 4 cylinder. I'm pretty sure it's number 4 cylinder. I don't know, I'm still new to these engines, but it doesn't cool as efficiently as the other 3 because it's the farthest away. And so there's actually a plug back there you can take out. So I'll be doing that cooling mod, and then I want to do E85 on this, and I want to get a bigger intercooler, and I want to get my exhaust done. So yeah, so there's definitely plans in the works for this. And then I've been talking to Jamar, and we're probably going to paint this car. I'm not going to let you guys know what color yet, but I'm going to paint it, and then splitters, wheels. I mean, it's going to get the works. So I'm excited about this project. So when Ashley gets here, we are going to bleed the brakes, and then we'll wrap this up. See, it's a Subi kind of day. Now it's time to bleed them. Dang.
Oh, hello.
Won't even let your own boyfriend in the car.
I'm trying to keep myself safe locked in here.
Oh. Yeah.
Smells like brake clean.
It's a rowdy neighborhood. Yeah, I've gone through about 6 cans. All right, she's gonna help me bleed the brakes, so we're gonna get on that. Hi. Wheels on the car. That's all she wrote. Now I'm gonna pump it, take it for a test drive, and we are finished. Thanks to her for coming to help me survive this cold ass night. It is, it's really cold. I haven't told him in the vlog about 20 minutes ago that it's like 50 degrees out here.
50, it's like 30.
It's not that cold.
And notice, I didn't park in Mike's spot, so I don't want to see any eggplants.
Hey, if any of y'all that follow me did that,
On my comment.
she got like 1,000 of them on one, it was like 1,000, right?
1,000.
On one picture, and it was all eggplants. So, yeah, if y'all did that, hey, that was pretty funny. So. All right, so time to take it home. Kind of have to still seat the pads. Usually what I do is I go from about, I don't know, 45 or 50 miles an hour, and I'll try and hit the brakes pretty steady, not hard where they lock up, but kind of like this. So I'll get on it, and then as I come up, then I'll hard brake to set the brakes. And then after that, then I'll do one more, probably about like 35, and then it should be pretty good. I don't have to really seat these so much. They have, on the EBC pads, they have that red covering on them that kind of helps seat, so you don't have to do the wear-in process, but I still like to do it, make sure they seat nice. The rotors are brand new, and it's really cold out here. You can see it's 49 degrees, so I'm gonna do that a couple more times, and the car should be good to go. Do it one more time, about 40. I got people next to me, I'm sure they're gonna be like, what the hell is he doing? But just trying to slow it down. Make sure in the rear view I got nobody behind me. And probably for the last time, coming up to a red light, speed up a little bit, and then just steady. You can hear the pads really wearing on the rotors. But from there, I should be good on the way home. I don't think I'll have any issues. I don't hear any noises. There isn't any rubbing. And that's it. That's a wrap for another video. I hope you guys enjoyed it. The car feels good, it brakes good, and yeah, so that's it. If you guys like the content, please write down in the comments below. Let me know what you feel. Let me know what you like, what you don't like, how I can improve, things you want to see. And yeah, hit the subscribe button, the notification, DM me. I try to get back to everybody as soon as I can. And yeah, take care, everybody. Peace.